Hi people, today we're going to be talking about Iron Widow by Zhao, and I have to say that the summary of this book attracted me a lot. Apparently it's kind of a retelling of Empress Wu, who was the only woman emperor of China. But this is not a simple retelling, if that thing exists. But it's also like the author, they created this amazing world in which we are living like kind in this dystopic future in which the planet in which humanity is living is being attacked by these entities called the Hundons. So humanity creates something called the Chrysalises. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but they are like these big robot machines that are kind of inspired into Chinese mythology. And so we have the vermilion bird, you have a tiger, you have a big tortoise, you have a dragon, you have all kind of amazing things. And these war machines, so to speak, are piloted by a man and a woman, but the woman always dies because the machines are powered by the Kui, the spirit of the pilot, and the spirit of a male always overpowers that of a female. So we are sold this idea that women are willing sacrifices in order to save the world. But the truth, it's very dire. The only reason young girls are being offered as tributes or as sacrifices is because the society is very poor, and when they send a girl, there's this idea that maybe they will get to be paired with a pilot and their spirits will match and they will survive. There has been some of those things happening, but the truth is that the vast majority are going to die. They are being set up to die, and the families, when they die, are going to receive like very large quantities of money, and they're going to use that, to prosper or to pay for things for the guys of the family, which are the ones that are really important, not the girls. Yeah, we're in this patriarchal society in which women are little less than pretty dolls, property to be sold or bartered with, and they have to remain silent, and they have to do everything in that the male's counterparts want to, and even sacrifice themselves for the greater good. So so I love that we have this main character, this girl called Zetian. She has lost her big sister to this war emporium, and she wants to avenge her and to kill the pilot that that was responsible for her death. So I'm not going to say much more about the plot. Let's say that she goes there to the industry of war, and I love so many things about this tale. For once, I love the cultural representation about China. I love that they talk about the main character Zetian is going to have her feet bound. It's something that happens to, or used to happen, I'm not very sure about that, but some Chinese women had their feet like broken in half and put like that because dainty small feet were seen as beautiful. It didn't matter that the women were always in pain, that the flesh rot off, and it was incredibly painful. So we are going to have this character who's kind of named by society rules and expectations, and I love how she wants to defy. She doesn't want to remain silent. She wants to raise her voice. She wants to bring awareness to what society is doing to girls and women. And I love how all the characters in this book are different shades of dark and gray, and I love that. We also have another male character who's called Xiran, and he is a killer. From the very beginning of the book, we know that he has killed all his family, so he's being treated like he's a monster. And so we have these two main characters who are willing to kill and willing to do everything it takes to keep on living or to bring awareness to the things that they want to defend or to believe in. And I think that the author, they did an amazing job of making these characters relatable, because having characters so dark that are willing to torture or to kill or to do whatever they want in order to free people or to defend their ideals, they can be characters very hard to like because they have no boundaries, no limits. But I think that the author, they did an amazing job of making you empathize with them, understand where they're coming from, and to share their pain. And there's something about how raw, how real that pain is, and I think it's very relatable. If you're a woman, as you know, it's very easy to understand all this patriarchal bullshit, because we endure that nowadays. When you are getting married and your father brings you to the church and gives you to your husband, in reality, it's something medieval, and it's like, I have this propriety, I'm a male of the house, and I'm giving you this girl for you. And once you know that, it loses this sense of romanticism that it had before, when you think about your father walking you down the aisle. But yeah, and I love that we have this story. It's for me, it was amazing. It was even better than whatever I was expecting. I wasn't expecting any of the twists, or how greedy, powerful, dark, raw the characters were going to be, how real they are. There's something that I did love in this book, and it's that they carry the consequences of the things they do. It's not like I killed someone and I'm smiling. No, even if it's something that they wanted to do, it cost them something. They lose part of their humanity or their dreams. They question themselves. They know suffering, they know pain, they cry, they get angry. It's amazing what she did here with the characters. The story is completely amazing. I wasn't expecting any of the twists, and any of the plot is amazing. I'm not going to say much about the plot, because you have to read it to enjoy it as much as I did. But if you like kind of dystopic futures, and if you like war machines fighting against each other, if you're curious to know why women always die in this battle and the guys get all the glory, and why society is okay with that, you have to read this book. And I love, as I say, for me, the biggest part of this book is the characters. How powerful, how raw, how alive they are. I mean, I was rooting for them, and I love the different representation about love, about identity, about being male or female, about there's lots of things about this book that are amazing. The idea of love that this book talks about. I'm not going to say anything, because I want you to feel it like I felt it, because for me it was amazing, because I knew very little about the book. I only had read like a sample, so it was very surprising for me to discover all this world, all this dark magic. It doesn't have magic, but I mean, for me it was a magical read, that's what I meant. And I will recommend this to you if you want a book that's going to be like blowing your mind. It's going to fight about against the patriarchy, and it's going to show you the world through new lenses, and characters who are not heroes, very far from it, but even in the darkest moments, I think that they have the strength to do very heroic things, even if they are very dark, heroic things. And I love that the characters never kind of stray from the purpose or the path they are in, and I love how they maintain who they are and how they keep evolving. I mean, it's not like, okay, now I have money, now I can sit and relax. No, it's like, I want to bring down the patriarchy, and I love it. And I love that we have character who's a female who feels like that, but we also have males who are going to be thinking the same thing, and they are not going to get in her way. They are going to be more like, okay, how can I help, which is amazing. And yeah, the idea of love between these characters, my god, I embrace that so much. I did love this book, and it's amazing. So if you like dystopic futures, if you like representation, cultural representation about another cultures, religions, and mythologies, and if you like representations about different sexualities, different ways of living love, and if you want a plot that's going to have you gripping your seat, and if you like characters who are all shadows of dark, and who are extremely likable, because you can understand where they come from and where they're going, and if you like a book that's going to be like, wow, pick this one because it's amazing. Also, for me, one of the selling points of this book for me was that the author posted this pic, and she said, when my book gets published, this is going to be my author photo. And yeah, for me that was amazing. I don't know, maybe it's silly, but I did love that she was brave enough, they were brave enough to do that. And yeah, okay, pick this one up because it's amazing. Thank you for watching. Bye.